Hello, happy Monday, November 11th. This is Cassie with Created by Cassie, and tonight we are going to work with Monday. We're going to work with the Winterly Treetops Bundle. It's a really pretty bundle. I have really enjoyed playing around with it. The birds are just beautiful. So hope you guys are getting excited. So I'm going to start off with going over my inspiration for November. This is a November inspiration experience. Registration is open until the 15th, which I think is Friday. It is featuring the new Utterly Amazing Suite, and it is absolutely just the cutest little thing ever. The box will include a half pack of the Utterly Adorable DSP, a full pack of the Riverside Pearls, a full bolt of the Lost Lagoon. Hey Jen, how are you? Hey Debbie. You'll get 8 cards and 2 non-card projects to make. You will have tons of product left over to make even more fun things. You will also get a special pillow gift from me and a beautiful charm that you can use to sparkle your craft room. Put it on your scissors or hang it around on some of your organizers, and so cute, so cute. All right, so hey Amy, how are you? I hope you guys had a good day. So as I said, tonight we're going to do the Winterly Treetops Bundle. This is a holiday card that the theme for tonight, and I absolutely love this bundle. It's so beautiful. So I'm going to put it down here on my hands so that I can introduce you to the bundle. And let me turn this light off here. There we go. So this is the Winterly Treetops Bundle. The birds are just gorgeous. They are so pretty. You can color them whatever color you want. I think my favorite is actually the cherry cobbler on them. You have a little pussy willow here, and then a little bit of a garland. And these are the red rubber, and they work great. I will say for the garland, I have found the best trick to get it to actually stamp the whole thing is to make sure that you are on a hard, flat surface. If you do any kind of cushion, like a little desk mat, it doesn't, at least for me, it doesn't do as well. Hey Susan, how are you? So excited to have everybody on the live tonight. So you get the stamps with the bundle as well as these dies. This is a really cool die. It's a whole die in itself. Really cool. Yeah, I just love this set. It's so much fun. The paper that goes along with it is, oh, it's just gorgeous. So this is the Winterly Treetops Bundle. Tonight we're also going to use the Birchwood 3D embossing folder. This is one of my favorite embossing folders. It is huge. And it is a 3D. And it just makes it so beautiful. The way that it does the impressions on the paper. It's just beautiful. And also tonight we are going to use these iridescent pearls. They're one of my favorites. I keep using them because I just love them so much. All right, so let me show you the card for tonight. This is our card for tonight using the Winterly Treetops Bundle. This Happy Holidays is actually from a paper pumpkin kit. I was having trouble finding a Happy Holidays that was going to fit down here. But I just love the cherry cobbler on these birds. It's just beautiful. And of course we have our inside decorated here and our matching envelope. So pretty. And if you notice in the background, it's got the same type of the pussy willow as on our card, our envelope and on the inside. So completely coordinating, completely beautiful. All right. So what you're going to need for this, let's see, take some of these pieces out here that I've already done. All right. Oh, thank you, Amy. Yes, was it you that told me about making them, making the birds red? I can't remember who told me, but ever since then, oh, they're so gorgeous. All right, so for our sentiment, we're going to have a 3/4 by 3 piece of basic white. Just cut down. We're going to have a scrap piece of 3.5 by 3.5. And this is going to be for our circle. Going to cut out our circle. Then we're going to have a scrap of 3 3/4 by 4 to do some more stamping. And this is going to be 3 1/4 by 4.5 basic white. Hi, Stacy. How are you? So this is 3 1/4 and 4 1/4. This is what we are going to stamp the pussy willows on. This back here. So that's what this is going to be. And then we're going to do a 3 3/4 by 5 piece of, this is Coastal Cabana. And this is actually going to be done with the embossing folder. So that's going to be this piece right back here. Just to kind of give you an idea of what we're building. Then we're going to have our back piece of basic white. It's 4 by 5 1/4. And this is just going to be our mat back here, straight down here. And then we're going to have a piece of Pool Party cut at 4 1/4 by 11, and then we're going to score it at 5 1/2. This is my favorite card base. You can also score it so that it folds this way. Whatever floats your boat, whichever one that you prefer. Then, of course, we're going to have our inside, which is 3 3/4 by 5, and our envelope. We cannot forget our envelope. We have to decorate those. So let's start with building our card. So we're going to get our piece that is going to be our background. And I'm going to get a piece of my paper here. And I'm going to use this stamp right here. It's the Pussy Willow stamp. I'm just going to take that off here. Put that on my clear block. And then for this, I'm actually going to use basic gray, basic beige. And I did that because I liked how subtle it was back here. I don't know if you can quite tell. I actually have one completely colored in. It's just subtle. It's not in your face. It's just a little bit of something. So I went with basic beige for this. Apparently I want it to be gray. All right. So what I did was I basically just tap, tap, tap. And I just went around, no rhyme or reason. And I just kind of put some of the images different places just to kind of fill up this piece here. How was your guys' day? What'd you guys do? Did you guys have to work today? I was actually off. That was exciting. I really enjoyed that. I got to do a lot of crafting today, so it was a lot of fun. Let's see. Let's go this way. And again, there's no rhyme or reason for it, just however it looks good to you. Maybe one more right here. Just kidding. We're going to do one here. All right. That looks good. This is what it's going to kind of look like. However it is that you want to stamp, wherever you want to stamp them. It's going to look like that. And I will show you how I colored this, just so you kind of have an idea. I did use our Stampin' Blends, the Ivory. It comes with a 2-pack, and I just used this Ivory. Oh, Amy, you had to work today? Aw. All right, so what I did here, I just colored in just the, if I can grab a hold of this, just the little buds here. That was the only part that I colored. So I tried to stay within the outline of the basic beige so it didn't bleed too much. And oh, Debbie had to work too. Man, I got lucky today. So that's just with one go around with it. And what I did to add a little bit more depth is just in the little corner here, or at the base of the bud, I just went a little bit more on it to kind of give it a little bit more dimension to it, if you can see. Hopefully that focuses. And I just did that across the whole thing, and I already have one that I colored, so you don't have to watch me. And so this is what it's going to turn out to look like. And it's just pretty. It's subtle and really, really, it just really popped for me. I really, really enjoyed it. All right, so next what we're going to do is take our piece of our Coastal Cabana, and we would run it through our embossing folder. So we just open that up, and I put it down towards the bottom because of this. See if I can show you this knot here. For this particular card, I personally did not want the knot. So what I did was I put it closer to the bottom to kind of keep that out of the way, because I kind of wanted it to just be the up and down parts of it. You would close this up and run it through your embossing machine, and it's going to come out and look like this. And it's so pretty. It's got great texture to it. It really elevates, I think, any card when you're able to use an embossing folder, especially a 3D. All right, so then we'll take our scrap, and what I ended up doing for this to get our background circle here was I used the Christmas Friends bundle just for its circle here. I just wanted this circle die, and we would just run this through, and this is Pool Party. We would run this through the die cutting machine, and it's going to come out looking like this, just a regular circle. And then to give it a little bit of dimension, what I did, I don't know if you can quite tell, it does look a bit darker between the two, if you can kind of see. And that's because I actually went through and I used our, let me see here, our blending brushes. So I have a Pool Party one right here. I'll grab my ink. So I'm going to use my Pool Party ink here. And I'm going to ink it up a little bit. You just rub it in a circle. You always want to kind of test it out on your paper first, your scrap paper. And then I just went around, and I didn't mind if it was that it had some of those dark spots. I actually kind of liked that. I thought that it gave it kind of a little cloudy kind of look. It gave it a little bit of texture and depth, and just it just added a little bit of something that wasn't there before. This is a little heavy, but that's okay. Let's see. That'll work. Because we are going to cover it with our birds. So it's just a little bit of something. All right. So we can kind of start building a little bit here. We're going to take our back, the 4 by 5 1/4. And we are going to glue this down to our card front. And I prefer green glue. It's just how I learned. But we do have Stampin' Seal and tear and tape. You can use whatever it is that you have or that you like. There we go. I think we can actually take this away now. All right, just like that. Then, let me grab these off of here, my little notes here. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our embossed piece, and I'm gonna do it this way, where it's, I think that's embossed and debossed. I think that's what it is, where it's kind of going down. And then I'm just going to glue, with green glue, our stamped piece of white onto our pool party. And I always add a little bit more glue when I'm working with an embossed piece, just to make sure it's going to stay. So it's got a little bit more wiggle room when it's got little indents in it. There we go. Oh, it's so pretty. All right, then let's go ahead and, I forgot to get out my dimensionals here. Let's see. Let me get these bigger ones. All right. I am going to take the dimensionals here, and I'm just going to pop this up in the middle of this white background here. There we go. What color is your guys' favorite color? I think Pool Party is one of my top favorites. Hence the reason I use Pool Party here. I really like the combination of, oh, I did get them all, of Pool Party and Coastal Cabana together. It's a really interesting combination, but it's really pretty. It's kind of like it's a little bit of a lighter, Pool Party is a little bit lighter than the Coastal Cabana. There we go. So pretty. Then what we're going to do is we would take our, yeah, this is our scrap. Let's use this bigger piece. Or is this the inside? Yeah, I'll use this piece. So we're going to stamp with our Memento Black ink our birds. Let's see, what did I do with my bundle here? Oh, it's right here. So we're going to use the birds, the double birds, and then the garland. We're going to stamp that as well. So I'm going to take the birds off, and I'm going to use one of my larger blocks to make sure that it has enough room. And then I'm going to just tap it easily across here. Mostly gentle. We don't want it to ink up too far up in the creases there. So it should look kind of like that. And then we're just going to stamp it down on our piece of paper here, basic white. There we go. Just gave it a little bit of pressure. Look how beautiful that is. You could just leave them like that and they would be so pretty. And then we're going to stamp, I thought I had another piece over here, but I misplaced it, I think. We're also going to stamp this garland. Let me clean off, what did I do with my, it's okay, there it is. One thing when you go live, you lose everything that you would normally know where it is. It just kind of goes away. And you're like, where did it go? All right. clean that off. I'm going to stick this one on here. I think I can fit it here actually, maybe. We're going to try. If not, it's okay because I already colored them. So you would just stamp on your piece of basic white. Hoping I want to get this on here. Yep. I should have put a little bit more pressure. But you can see how if you don't do enough pressure or you don't do it on the hard surface, it's going to be a little bit lighter in the outline, which is okay. I prefer mine to be a little bit more full and dark, but this would work just fine too. So it's actually a good example of what it would look like if you did it on like a surface that is not hard. All right, let me clean this off here real quick. And then what we would do is we would color these. Let me put this ink pad away before I make a mess. And what I used for the birds, let's see, get all my blends out here so I know what I'm working with. So for the birds, I started out with the light cherry cobbler Stampin' Blend, and then I accented it with the dark cherry cobbler for the birds. The branches here where the birds are, I used the light pecan pie Stampin' Blend, and I actually did use the brush tip. It actually works really well because it is so thin. You have that point on it that it actually allows you to get in there a little bit easier. Don't push too hard, but just kind of let it flow on its own, and it colors it in perfectly. So I used that end for that. Then for the berries, I actually used the light pool party on the, I guess the outer part of the berry. And then that middle piece right there, you can see it, I went with the dark pool party. And I did about 3 coats on that because it didn't really get it the way that the darkness that I wanted it to. And then for our wreath here, garland, I did the this is Granny Apple Green. Did the light Granny Apple Green and the dark Granny Apple Green for pretty much all the leaves. And I did the blue again for the berries. Hey Annabelle, how are you? And then once you color it in, you would take your dies here. So we would use this one, which is the double birds. We would put that over our birds, and we'd use this die. We would put it over our garland and just run it through. And then it's going to come out looking like this. Move this over. So we have our garland, as you can see. I went a little darker on the bigger leaves, but I started out light and kind of added to it to make it a little bit darker. And then we have our beautiful birds. And they are cherry cobbler. They're so pretty. I just love the red on them. All right, so let's build here. So we're going to take our circle that we die cut and colored, and we're just going to put some dimensionals on. And I kind of went a little heavy just because it's a bigger circle. I wanted to make sure it wasn't going to sag on the side. Oh, thanks, Jen. Yeah, I love this bundle. And the funny thing is, when we went to order this bundle, we got it as demonstrators. We were going to get it early. I was like, I don't know about this. This is not sure that I'm gonna like this bundle, but now it's one of my favorites. All right. So I kind of tried to line it up on the two sides here and with the top. It's okay if you don't get it all the way to the top because our garland is going to kind of poke up there a little bit over it. And for the garland, what I did was I took my green glue, and you want to make sure, let me show you, when you're going to glue this, you want to make sure you know where it's going to sit on the edge here so that you know where to put the glue on your garland. And so I'm just going to stick the glue right around this edge here on the inside. And I feel like that's a safe place to put it so that it's not going to go to this outside part of the card. Yeah, you did, Jen. You told both Bev and I we were going to love it, and we both do. There we go. You just kind of center it. And the thing I like about the green glue is it gives you time to move it around. So if you get it a little bit off center, you have time to work it around. Isn't that pretty? That's pretty just like it is. All right. Let's see. So now we're going to do our birds. And I use these with dimensionals. Because of course, why not? Dimensionals are one of the best things ever about a card, right? I think so. You guys prefer it to be flat or using dimensionals? I think I don't know. I like the dimensionals. I almost always use dimensionals on every card that I make. I love dimensionals. Let's see. There we go. And if you want to, you can cut a little piece off of one of your sides here. Get my note out of the way. Cut, I'll show you, just in case you don't know. You can just cut a little piece here off the side. It's going to be like that. And you can actually place it on the tail if you want to make sure that the tail is going to stay up. I didn't find that it was too challenging with this card because sometimes I'll go back and I'll add it after the fact once I figure out how I'm going to have it on here. But I prefer to have everything stuck and it's going to stay. And it's going to stay popped up. So I'm just going to place that down there. Just like that. Oh, they're so pretty. I just love them so much. All right. And now, all that's left is our sentiments and the best part, which is embellishing it. They're beautiful embellishments. All right. I'm actually going to use this just in case I get off a little bit. And this was from the Home for the Holidays Paper Pumpkin, which was in October 2023. I have it written on here is where I was looking. But I just loved the way this Happy Holidays looked. And I was having trouble with one of the other ones I had. It wasn't stamping as clear for me as I wanted it to. So I'm just going to stick it flat down on the surface here. And I'm going to take my block and put it on here just to make sure. So I'm going to use this bigger one. No, I'll make it work because that one's too big. There we go. And that it's best to do that when you're working with sentiments or any type of words or skinnier type of stamps. Oh, I wanted that. Goodness gracious. Because it's going to keep it straight for you. So you know for sure that it didn't move around on you. And then for this, what I did was I used my Smoky Slate. Of all the grays, the Smoky Slate is my favorite. I don't know why. That's just the one I gravitate towards. All right, make sure I have this the right way here. Just tap, tap, tap. And I put mine crooked. I don't know why, it just makes it easier for me to see how I'm lining it up all the way across. And put some firm pressure and pull up. And I probably should have used my piercing mat, because with photopolymer, this is a photopolymer stamp, it doesn't have any of the cushion that our red rubber here does. You see the cushion in the middle here? That gives it the little bit of cushion that it needs to stamp it clear. But this actually worked really well. So that's with the smoky slate. And of course, I had to use dimensionals. Had to. It was almost like a prerequisite for this card. Everything just looks so good popped up. Here we go. I'm actually going to do one in the middle there because it's kind of a long piece. Let's see. Take these backings off. And I have my little bowl here to help me try to keep track of all my dimensional backing, because otherwise they get everywhere. And I'm just going to center this in between the circle and the end here, and then the edges, just to try as best I can. But that's the that's what I'm trying to do. Let's see. And what I always do is I put one side down and I keep the side up, and I turn it towards me, and I maneuver it around to make sure when I'm looking at it that it's straight, and then I'll push it all the way down. Sometimes it's still crooked, but that usually is a good method for me. So cute. Now we've got to embellish with our beautiful iridescent pearls, iridescent pearls basic jewels. It's an interesting name. These are gorgeous. They just shimmer. I don't know how you can't love them, because they are so pretty. And these are one of my favorite embellishments to use with a wedding card. Oh, it's gorgeous on wedding cards. Let's see. So I'm just going to take one of the bigger pearls. I'm just going to place them wherever I kind of think they look good. And I like to use this tool. It's kind of like a weeding tool, as opposed to my Stampin' Up one, just because I feel like I get a little bit more control with this one. There we go. I'm going to get a smaller one. And for this one, I did 5. So I did one big and the rest little. And I just kind of placed them all across the card just to give it some extra shine. Let's see, put that one there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So one more. If I can get this guy. There we go. And I think I'm going to put him here with the larger one. So I liked the way that that looked. Just like that. And then I realized we forgot our Wink of Stella. How could I forget that? This is basically a little glitter shimmer pen. And I put some shimmer just painted it right on the little berries here. It's almost like blueberries, but not a blueberry. A light blueberry. It's a pool party blueberry. But I left the darker part of the berries without the shimmer. I just wanted it to be the larger part of the berries. I love this Wink of Stella. It's so pretty. Perfect. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? I don't know if you can tell the shimmer or not, but oh, it's so pretty. Now to finish off, we need to do our inside and our envelope, because those are very important. We want to make sure that we decorate everything. At least that's what I think. So I'm going to grab the, oh look, I've already got it on here, our little pussy willow stamp. And we're going to use our basic beige again to give it that little bit of subtlety. And make sure your orientation is correct when you're stamping on your inside. I'm a big offender of that. I do that all the time. And then I'm going to make sure my envelope is the correct way, because I've done that too. There we go. Perfect. And I did color these as well. I thought that they looked better colored with that ivory. So this is the ivory Stampin' Blend. And I just colored the buds of it. I tried actually coloring the stem part of it with different types of browns, and it just didn't look good to me. I think I just wanted that subtle kind of whimsy kind of look, and it just made it very harsh. And so I was like, I'm just gonna stick with not coloring it in and having it just the buds colored. And I'm going to go back in here and just do a little bit more, kind of give it that dimension. And if my team leader was doing this card, she would use the color lifter. That's one of her favorite things, Jen. All right, so we've got that. Now all we've got to do is open our card and put our inside in. Let's use my green glue. Line it up down here. Just making sure that it's lined up on the left, the right, and the bottom about the same, because that usually will get you centered. There we go. Oh, so pretty. And of course we have our envelope. So pretty. I just love this card. I think I'm not going to be able to send this card. I'm going to have to make another card so that I can send that one and keep this one, because I just love these birds so much. They're so pretty red. Awesome. Thank you guys for joining me live tonight. My normal Monday. Let's see. Make sure that you are following me on my socials. I have Facebook, Instagram, and my YouTube. If you follow me over on YouTube, make sure you click the subscribe button and the bell to make sure that you get updated whenever I post videos. I will be starting to post some videos that will not be posted on Facebook and Instagram over on YouTube. So you definitely want to make sure you go over to YouTube and sign up there and put the bell on. Also, if you want to join my email list, my email is right here. It will all be in the bottom section, like the description. And let's see, let me go one more time over my inspirations. So my November inspiration experience, the registration is open until the 15th of this month. And you will have your box that includes the paper, the full pack of embellishments, the full bolt of the Lost Lagoon cording, which is gorgeous. You'll make 8 cards, 2 non-cards. You'll get a special pillow gift and a beautiful charm to add. to your craft space. And it is this gorgeous, cute as a button, utterly amazing bundle. I mean, how can you not love that? They're just so cute. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I will be live again next Monday. And I think I have an extra Friday video coming up. I don't know if it's next Friday or the next one. I will have my video schedule posted up on all my social medias, so you can keep a watch out, and make sure you have the YouTube linked up, and you will definitely get notified. I try to go live on all 3 platforms if possible. At least 2 of them work, Facebook and YouTube. I'm working on Instagram. It's a little challenging. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and thank you so much for joining me live, and I will see you next week. Bye.